Hey guys, welcome back to Gear by Orla. Today I am reviewing the Series 2 medium expandable Knack Pack from the brand Knack Bags. So I have been testing this bag for over a couple of weeks now, nearly going into 2 months, and I got to test it on my trip away to Scotland, where I tested it on the plane throughout the airport, and then I have been using it as my gym bag to see how it goes with that, and also for those looking for a bag to commute to work, I have tested it in those areas as well. That is all to come in this video. Ultimately, I want to help you decide whether or not you should invest your money into this bag. As always, I will leave all the links in the description. Don't forget to subscribe and let's get cracking. I have opted for the steel blue. As you can see, they do have other options. I think they have a grey and a black, and they recently brought out a beautiful lilac and teal green. The best place to buy this product is right over on their website. This bag is priced at $265. They offer shipping for the US and Canada. Unfortunately, they don't offer international shipping, but are hoping to develop that in the future, so stay tuned for that. So this is the Series 2 medium pack. You can also get this bag in the large, which is great for like a 17-inch laptop, and also it expands up to 46 liters, and it does for a 3 to 4 night stay if that's why you are buying this bag for the packing purposes, which we'll get into. So for the Series 2 medium pack that I have here, the dimensions are, in terms of it being unexpanded, the dimensions are 19 by 12 by 4.5 inches. I am 5'6", just for reference that you can see what the bag looks like on me. And then with the bag expanded, it is 19 by 12 by 9 inches. And this is what the bag looks like on me. The item weight is 3 pounds. What I was gonna say is that if you go onto Knack's actual website, there is a little compare button at the top. If you click on that and scroll down, it gives you like a visual of what the bag looks like in all the bags on a male and female model, so you can kind of see which bag might suit you best. So head over there to check that out. So as mentioned, I have taken this on a flight. It does fit in the seat in front of you and also in the overhead locker, but I will get into a bit more detail on that in a wee minute. So let's have a look at what you can fit into this bag when it is not fully extended or expanded. So I ended up fitting in 3 tops, 1 dress, high-heeled long boots, a liquids bag, a makeup bag, 2 trousers, underwear, 3 pairs of socks, and an iPhone charger. And that was it, not fully expanded. And let's have a look at what you can get into it when it is expanded. And with it being expanded, I was able to fit in the laptop and its charger, 2 dresses, a pair of sweats, 4 tops, a couple more socks, pants, underwear, makeup bag, shoes, and liquids. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I was reading up on the material, and you know, I'm getting to know all the different kind of fabrics and stuff, but for those who, you know, don't know and just want to know whether a bag is waterproof or not, I'm gonna give an overview of what they've written about the material, and then a wee subtitle as to what they actually mean. I feel like I need my glasses for this. The fabric is lightweight, 420 dinar, high density nylon fabric woven with a high twist of yarn for great durability. PU coating for water resistance, tough 830 dinar ballistic nylon bottom panels for enhanced wear characteristics. So what that essentially means is that you're water resistant, not waterproof, but very reliable, durable. It's tested to carry loads up to 40 pounds. Oh, we're not done with the fabric. So the lining fabric is strain resistant, 150 dinar polyester logo print lining with antimicrobial treatment to inhibit mold and mildew. Right, so it's strong and it won't smell. The zippers are water resistant YKK reverse coil zippers, and the back panel material is a low R factor customized comfort cool EVA memory foam. So I just wanted to run through a few features of this bag before I go into the pros and cons. The bag has 3 main compartments, and then it has a laptop compartment on the back of the bag, which is absolutely lovely, hidden away. You will see me holding it up because it doesn't hold its shape, even when it's packed. Or, I mean, when it's packed, it holds its shape, but it doesn't stay up, like in comparison to the Peak Design Travel backpack, the 30 liters that I am testing currently at the minute as well. It definitely holds itself up, packed or unpacked. But with this bag, I've noticed that I'm literally having to hold it up for most of this video, which is exhausting. But here we go. So the front compartment is an organizer, which is great. It has this mesh pocket at the front. I'll get into that a bit later, but here you can hold on to your keys, and here we key holder, multitude of different pockets and pen holders. I don't know that many people who need that many pens, but you know, it makes for like a good school bag and stuff like that if you're into organization. Perfecto. The bag is RFID blocking, which means like if you have like contactless cards and stuff like that, there's no way of tapping into your bag and getting all your money. The straps at the back can become detached, and then you tuck them away like so into the bag, which then therefore activate briefcase mode, which if you turn it on to your side, then you have this handle here which activates that, so you can keep it close to you, which is quite handy if you're in a country that you feel that you might want to have your bag closer to you, then you can do that. Inside, when you first receive the bag, in one of the pockets is the sternum strap. You have the option to either add this onto the bag or also remove it, which I really like and appreciate. And then the main feature of this bag that I love, and this is the first kind of bag that I tested this out in, is the Clam opening style of the bag. So I'm going to try and make this story as brief as possible. There is a moral to it, and basically when I was packing for Scotland, I had intended to fit all of this stuff into this bag, and I would have been able to do that if the bag was expanded. However, in Ireland, the UK, with some of our airlines such as EasyJet, Aer Lingus, Ryanair, when the bag is expanded like that, it is classified as a larger item, so therefore it has to fit in the overhead locker, which you have to pay extra for. Fair enough, but I wanted it as a personal item because that's what I paid for. My ticket was just a seat and a bag in front, and it fitted absolutely fine when it's unexpanded in the seat in front of me. However, now, just note to self, that is the keynote. When I was at the airport, there was a woman from the States who had flew in to Belfast, and then she was flying off to Scotland, and she had two bags, and bless her, long story short, she had to pay for one of her bags because she was unaware of this whole speedy boarding thing and the fact that her backpack was not a personal item, yada yada. So that's just something to be aware of in terms of flying with this bag. When it's expanded, you're going to be charged for an overhead locker larger item, and then when it's closed tight like so, it fits nicely in the seat in front of you. Okay, let's get into the pros of this backpack. So Knack bags came about this kind of product through an observation of wanting to pretty much build an all-in-one bag. I guess they were observing people using multiple bags for different things, and then created this bag. They also have the Series 1 bag that you can go over and check out as well. It's absolutely beautiful. Kind of does the same things, but obviously this is the more updated version. The first thing that I love about this bag is the fact that it is the first bag that I have that has the Clam like opening suitcase back feature, which I really adore. It activates holiday mode, which is great for me personally because I fly from Ireland to Scotland quite frequently, so it's a really handy bag for me in terms of an all-in-one bag, especially if I want to go to the gym, work, and then onto a flight. It just works out really well. Also, the other thing that I really love about this bag is its design and the way it looks. I feel like it's very sleek and modern. I know that I use the word sleek a lot, but it's my new word and it's how I describe something that I love. So another great thing about this bag is the laptop compartment. There is a great depth to it here. It fits up to a 15-inch laptop, and my laptop is actually 11-inch, so there's plenty of room for it. A thing to note though, as I was saying, in terms of the bag being fully packed and expanded, getting the laptop in there is a bit of a tight squeeze. I mean, you could look at it as a positive. So the bag, obviously when it extends out, that gives that kind of extension at the bottom. So when you drop the bag, it should protect it. I don't feel that secure in that statement. I mean, I haven't got much valuables in there, but I mean, the main thing is that your laptop has a padding at the bottom, so that's great in terms of that. If anything's gonna be, for me anyways, the most valuable thing would be my laptop that I would have in here, or in terms of like tech equipment like cameras and stuff, I would probably keep at the top, but there isn't much protection for that, say the bag was to fall like that. So just a thing to note, am I giving the pros or am I giving the cons here? You tell me. The bag is a great everyday backpack. In terms of its size, it's not overly big, and if you want that extra extension, you have the option to do so, which is great. It gives you that extra 11 liters, which is also what we love to see on a bag, is the slip to hang over your suitcase like so. I was actually recently reading up about these kind of things, and do you know what would be handy? If the slit was at the bottom and the bag could sit up vertically as opposed to horizontally, because what the hell am I getting out of my bag when it's like this? So the stowable straps are great, because I was thinking about, you know, I should have actually done that, because when you're on a flight and you're putting something in the seat in front of you, and then someone stamps all over your straps, you can just tuck them away, and that way they're not hanging out and nobody can stand over them like that. Very easy to do and very quick to get back out again. So they do have the YKK zippers, which makes it very easy to open and close the bag. One thing I will note is the back padding is actually great and very, very comfortable, along with the memory foam kind of padding here on the straps is great. Of no issues in terms of carrying the bag for long periods of time. It adjusts well. It's great, great support, especially with your sternum strap. Sure, you could probably attach a hip strap if you wanted to. You could probably pop it through here. But in terms of comparison to other brands, I feel like Stubble & Co. at this current moment is in the lead in terms of their back memory foam. As you can kind of see, there is a different style, and each have their own purposes and own pros and cons. But just for me personally, I do prefer the back padding on the Stubble & Co. Roll Top Backpack. Again, I will leave the links in the descriptions for all the products that I mentioned and more. So just going through each kind of zipper, we kind of went through the front compartment. Again, that's your main organization area. Will note that up here in this kind of area, it's also in the second compartment too, which I love, is a kind of microface material, which is great for putting like your camera, phone, sunglasses, just delicates and stuff like that in there. Another thing that kind of sets this bag apart is the water bottle. Now, if you had asked me first when I got this, I would have been like, love this, like, yep, water bottle inside the bag. And I'm still kind of on the fence about it, but I do like it. Because it's something different and it hides away your water bottle nicely. This is the 500ml, again, Super Sparrow. I will leave the links in the description because I absolutely love this water bottle. But anyways, back to the point. You can slide it in like that there, and then it closes, hides away. Perfect, right? But something to think about is when I had this in here and I wanted to pack inside the bag, it takes up room inside the bag. So you're kind of left with this bulky water bottle that takes up an edge that could have been used for clothing. Do you know what I mean? So something to think about. And also there isn't like a drainage hole for you to you know, let the water out should anything spill in there. So that's just something to note. So the second compartment of the bag is definitely a more minimalistic kind of style in terms of the pockets that this bag has. The front organizer obviously has the more organizational pockets, and the second compartment has just enough to, you know, satisfy your needs. It flaps down to about 3/4 of the way, which I find is nice because you have the clam opening, so that's where you get like your full extension. Here it has the mesh material, zips, and it has great depth. It definitely, this bag, if you are a lover of pockets, then go ahead and just buy this bag because it's got plenty of them. In terms of the getting to the extension part of the bag, there is one zip and it's at the bottom of the bag, which is handy. I wonder if you could just flop it away here in this here bad boy. Fuck, you could, right, so it just lovely zip, works really well. It is covered by this flap, which kind of differentiates the different kind of zippers that you have, because sometimes I find that I was pulling at one zipper which was open in a different part of the bag. So that's just something to note, that it is covered here, so then you know, oh, that there wee flap means that it is the extension bit of the bag. Like I have mentioned, this is a pocket lover's dream of a bag. Honestly, there is enough going on for you to just work your way through, and also there is hidden pockets, which I'll just leave for you to find out in terms of keeping things secure. Okay, now time for the cons of this backpack. I feel like I have ran through a bit of a mixture of both, but I do want to mention a few things. So this is just purely down to preference and has no hate whatsoever on the actual bag. I think everything about this bag is perfect, but a few things. This here, oh my god, even touching it. The mesh looking mosquito net thing is a no for me. It's nice and all, but could have done better. This pattern, if anyone has vertigo or nauseousness or just cannot look at things that are moving, the kind of detailing, I get it in terms of it helps you find your belongings, and it is perfect for that, but for someone like me who literally gets sick walking and looking at patterns like that, it's just a no for me. I tested this bag out for it being waterproof, although I'm confused, like, is it waterproof, is it not? You know, the best thing to do is to test it out, and that I have. So I chucked a load of water over it, and you know what? It did really well, I have to say. It didn't seep through or anything like that. And if you know Ireland, you know we are notoriously known for bad weather in one day. Literally, the other day, it rained, hailstoned, sunshined, all in like the space of an hour. So, and it is, you know, the water just runs off it, so it's great like that. So Knack bags do suggest maybe getting a lock. However, you have to pay extra for that, obviously, which I think for the price of the bag, maybe they should have just included that. But hey ho, in terms of security, there isn't much protecting the bag, especially in the front compartment. So if you are traveling or just want extra security, then it is probably best to buy a lock. A really, you know, nitpicky kind of thing, just in terms of comparing to other brands. The Peak Design backpack that I am testing out at the minute, the travel backpack 30 liters, their expansion is so much more neater. It just feels better and everything. That's just a really nitpicky point, because I feel like this does the bag justice, and you know, what more could you actually want from an expansion? But it's just something to note, maybe something you prefer, or maybe it's something that you look out for. So maybe take a look at Peak Design's travel backpack, which will be in the link in the description, and a review for that will be coming soon as well. Overall though, I absolutely love this bag as an all-in-one backpack. I think in terms of those who are commuting to work, to the gym, and then off to travel after, it is a great bag for that. It's definitely a durable bag. It's a long-lasting bag that has its pros and cons, like everything does, but it is definitely a bag. If you find that, you know, it suits and ticks all your needs and boxes, then head to the links in the description, click on that wee link, it'll take you directly to this bag. And if you prefer to read the written review on the Series 2 Expandable Knack bag here, medium, then the links again will also be in the description. And I hope you enjoyed the review. If there is anything else you would like me to review, then leave a comment below. Until then, see you in the next review.